For most teams, the group stage is a matter of 3 points and a path to the knockouts. But for England and Croatia, today's scoreline carries the weight of a grudge 8 years in the making. These two nations are colliding once again on the World Cup stage. Inside these massive arenas, the scale amplifies every missed pass and every challenge. The rosters have cycled and the locations have shifted, but the friction from their last meeting has not cooled. A victory here provides more than a lead in the standings. It generates the psychological momentum to stay in the hunt for this trophy. In 2018, England reached the World Cup semi-final, one game away from their first final in over half a century. A nation was convinced that football was finally coming home, until Croatia abruptly shattered that dream. That single defeat left a lingering sense of loss. It is a specific kind of sporting pain that millions of supporters still carry today. Many of the players who walked off that pitch in Moscow are gone, yet the players representing the Three Lions today have inherited the exact same pressure to rectify that loss. This 90-minute window isn't a fresh start for England. It is a high-stakes attempt to finally close a wound that has stayed open for 8 years. England enters this tournament with a roster stacked with world-class talent, which brings with it a massive level of external expectation. Their manager, Thomas Tuchel, embraces this environment. He believes the extreme stress of a World Cup extracts a higher level of performance from elite athletes that a standard elite game cannot. Jude Bellingham steps onto the pitch wearing the number 10, carrying the specific workload of a public that expects him to dominate every phase of play. The primary force driving this team is the English media, and a public that views anything less than a trophy as a complete failure. For this specific squad, their raw technical ability is inseparable from the demand to deliver a long-awaited revenge. Standing in England's way is a Croatian squad that relies on a hardened core of veteran leadership. They lack their opponent's youth, but they possess an experience that is difficult to rattle. They have built a reputation for resilience, proving time and again that they can absorb an opponent's momentum and wait for the precise moment to strike back. Luka Modric remains the player through whom every Croatian attack flows. At 38, he is likely in the final chapter of his World Cup career, still holding the hardware that proves he belongs at the top. While England responds to external pressure, Croatia is driven by a demand for respect. They consistently punish teams who assume their best years are behind them. They are fighting with the pride of a generation determined to protect their legacy before their time on the pitch runs out. This match is a collision of styles. England's aggressive, forward-moving pressure striking against Croatia's stubborn, seasoned composure. A single mistimed tackle or a moment of hesitation in the box can decide the standings of this group instantly. In these conditions, the result depends on which team's psychology breaks first under the weight of their own goals. If England wins, they secure their path forward and finally quiet the memories of their 2018 collapse. If Croatia wins, they prove their veteran core still has the ability to dictate the terms of world football. The stakes are final. A loss today means either the end of Modric's legendary career or a massive setback for the new Tuchel era. When the final whistle blows, one nation will move forward, while the other is forced to confront the finality of their failure. This is about settling a score 8 years overdue. This is unfinished business.